Hello friends, my name's Superion Emile, and welcome back to some more Need for Speed Underground. Today we're continuing on with our Let's Play. This is episode 15, and in today's episode we have an event called Drifter Mania. But before we get into that, I think we're going to have another change of cars, to be honest with you. I've really loved having the Acura, but I do think it's time for a change. I think our replacement car will be the Toyota Supra. Much to the happiness of most people, I would imagine, because the Supra is a very well-loved car. I like the Supra, wouldn't say I love it, but it's a cool car, so we will go ahead and get this. So apparently the top speed is slightly down on our Acura, but acceleration and... Anyways, let's start, of course, by having a look at what we can do to it. That bumper doesn't seem to line up particularly well on this car. All of these bumpers make the Supra look incredibly happy, so I think we're going to go for that one, because it makes it look a bit less happy. On level 2, what have we got? I actually don't mind that. I think I prefer it to the Ace as well, actually. So sod it, we'll go for that. Side skirts, we will have Renegades. I'm not actually sure what I put on the rest of these. I don't know if we're going for a full kit or not. Spoilers, I mean, I don't particularly like many of them, to be honest with you. I might just leave the one that I had on it. Imagine, what's the stock one look like? See, it looks exactly the same, but a bit less stupid, so... I don't really know, to be honest with you. Let's us go for the drag wing for now. If any other wings pop up, then we'll go and put them on it instead. Actually kind of like the idea of putting carbon fibre back on this. So do we have our speed CF? Actually, I do prefer the tri-slot, but sod it. We'll just stick our speed on here because why not? Roof scoop. I might just leave it off actually. Nah, sod it. We'll have one for a bit more reputation actually. And we'll throw a dual shot on here. Wheels, I believe we have some special wheels on this car, so we'll leave them. Mind you, actually, if I can get any bigger, though, I will go for those. Yeah, 17s will look a bit better on this car. What can we get? Ooh, I really like those, actually. Let's go with those. Alright, paint-wise, what colour should we make our Supra? I was kind of thinking maybe... I kind of want a purpley looking one. Just trying to think of a purple-esque colour. That's kind of purpley. We'll go with that. Accessories, I do want a neon to match, so... oh, we have the pulsy ones now. Cool. Any of them actually cool? Lavender would probably make sense. I actually kind of like the idea of having like a gold on here, though. She really like that yellow. I'm gonna go with that yellow. Actually, I really like that. All right, headlights. Oh, we can make angry headlights, voltage, which don't look particularly good. Actually, kind of like those. Sort of. I'm gonna have those. Actually, I kind of like those. All right, rear lights. What do we want on the rear? We'll have the Reapers, just because they look a bit more detailed, I guess, so sure, why not. Exhaust, oh my god, let's have the Rocket. Yes, that is a big old exhaust. Window tint, do we actually... Oh, we do have access to different window tint now, so we'll go with black on that. Wheels, what do they look like in yellow? I actually kind of like that, so sorry, I'm going for that. Spoiler, I'm going to make the tips of it black, actually, I think, maybe. Yeah, that looks cool. Engine accent, we will make purple. Sure. Brake calipers can also be purple, because why not? Muffler tip. Do I actually want to change the colour of that? Nope. Right. Vinyl we shall remove, because... and actually, while we're here... nah, actually, I'll sort the decals in a minute. Alright, side. What do we got? Tribal. Kind of want to put a tribal one on here, maybe. Mind you, the tribal ones in this game look a bit crap, apparently. I mean, that one's kind of cool. Ooh, I kind of like that. That one's also pretty cool. They didn't have the tribal ones from games like... I don't know if Underground 2 brought in some of the more interesting tribal ones. Maybe it did. That one looks pretty cool, though. So I'll have that, and then I will have that in yellow to match the rest of the car. Alright, sure, why not? I'm sure some people hate this, some people really like it. It seems like it's going to be one of them cars, like, people either love it or hate it. So, we shall remove all of these, because we don't really want them anymore. I don't really want to put anything on the quarter panels either. I just don't want to leave it as that. We'll throw something different in the windshield, though, just to make it, I don't know, do something. What should we put up here? I think we're running on coning wheels now, so sod it, we'll have coning on the back, on there. And we will have... Sparko seats, bro, why not? Alright, there we go. I think that's our Supra. I'm still not sure. Actually, I'm just going to have a look at some of the other colours. Because I'm not quite sure on that. Oh, it does look quite badass in that colour, actually. There's no real good purples yet. I think that's my main issue. Red looks a bit tacky to me, personally. Blues look good on anything. Nah, sod it. I'm gonna go for that purple. Make it a bit different, I guess. I'm not... The Monster was kind of similar colour, but whatever. Anyways, drift race time. Go nuts on this multi-tiered drift track and rack up big points for getting sideways. Well, that's sort of how drift events work, my friend. Anyways, we'll have to see what the mighty 2JZ can do for us. So, yeah, this car probably isn't going to be sticking with us for a ridiculous amount of time. I do have an idea for a couple of cars I do want to use during this series. Ooh. Okay, we are very, very slidey, apparently. Alright, that's a bit weird. Let the frame rate catch up, because apparently the frame rate was not having fun there. Alright, this car may have been a bit of a blessing in disguise, because the Acura was good at drifting, the Acura wasn't quite good at doing sort of the tight spots. This seems to be... Yeah, this really likes to drift. Okay, let me just get used to it, because again, I've got to get used to driving rear-wheel drive again, of course. There we go. Oh, God. Not quite what I wanted to do there. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go sideways a bit. There we go. Try and actively get it sideways. There we go. Right. I like how most of these drift events essentially come down to me just saying, there we go, that's nice. First gear seems to be ultra drifty. The problem is I can't barely use the first gear because the first gear ratios aren't hugely long on this car. I'm assuming it's a 6-speed. Yep, it is. Alright. Just thought it was worth a check just in case it wasn't. There we go. So we're actually not too far off getting soon. You may notice the Supra is like 4.5 stars. So yeah, we are very much not far away from getting those elusive 4.5 star cars. Oh, sorry, those elusive 5-star cars. The ones that are supposed to look the most gangster on the street, yo. I mean, again, it isn't quite as bad as Underground 2, this. You don't have to make the cars look quite as ridiculous as you did in Underground 2. Because in Underground 2, you know, to get sort of to level 10 with the reputation, you had to make your cars look absolutely bonkers. In this game, you can be a little bit more conservative with it. Here's the thing. In Underground 2, it was a lot harder to get 10 visual rating, and most of the time you had to make the car look a bit more stupid. Although making it look more stupid usually meant like loads of trips to speciality shops and sticking hydraulics and stuff on it. It gave you a bit more freedom on how you did it. In this game, you know, you have to essentially do it visually, basically, if that makes any sense. So with Underground 2, it wasn't too bad, because you could, you know, maybe discreetly do it a little bit. You couldn't get a car to 10 just by, you know, putting audio swaps and hydraulics on it, but you could do pretty well out of doing that. Whereas in this game, you can't do quite, like, you do actually have to do quite a bit of visual work, but you don't have to do as much if you want to go. It's a weird way. I don't really know what I'm getting at here, but yeah, you know, you can make a 5-star car not look completely terrible in this game, which is nice. It really depends on the car you're using. Yeah, my whole point with this series is trying to use cars which, you know, don't look too stupid modified. Like, I am very accepting of the fact the Ford Focus and the Volkswagen Golf and cars like that, they look very stupid modified. While there's cars like the 350Z, the Toyota Supra, you know, they actually don't look so stupid modified, essentially, if that makes any sense. It's a bit weird, but there you go. Anyways, this really was quite a windy little drift circuit. Still didn't do too badly, though. I could have done a bit better. Still trying to get used to the way rear-wheel drive sort of drifts again. You do have to be a bit more careful, but you can get a lot more angle with rear-wheel drive. Anyways, new speed vinyl, the Clutchmasters vinyl, the Henshin vinyl, level 3 paint, and drift track 6. Okay, that actually brings up a good point. Can I get my proper purple if I go to level 3? Let's find out. Oh hey, I might be able to. Alright, that's a pink. That's a red. I actually really like these colours. Oh yeah, there we go. That's sort of more of the colour I was going for. Is it bad that I actually really like that colour? It's really nice. I'm going to have to find a car to use that on. But yeah, that purple seems a bit more fitting to what I wanted the original theme to be, so we'll go with that. Alright, tournament. Okay. These guys to school in a sprint tourney that wraps up at the art centre. Alright, so a sprint tournament. Okay, we'll do this. So we got a... This will probably be the final big event of the episode. Again, not quite as productive in this particular episode, but we did get quite a lot done. We got a new car. You know, we got the drift, that big drift course done. You know, we're not doing too badly. Again, I believe this is event 66 out of 111, so, you know, we're not doing too badly. Right. Do a little bit of a purge. Right, let's see how well the Supra handles on the mean streets. Shouldn't be too bad, to be honest with you. Hopefully, anyway. I love how big that exhaust is. That exhaust is just so fantastically stupid. Ah, I love it when you can do that to a car and get away with it. Just because it looks so goddamn dumb. Like, on a Civic, that would look stupid. On a Supra, it's perfectly acceptable. In fact, like, 95% of the thing, like, here's what's kind of funny. What I've done with this car would look absolutely atrocious on the Acura we've just come from. But this is a Supra, and you can get away with this sort of stuff on a Supra. Also, this car is really nice handling. It's very, very darty. That's what it feels like to me. I'm smash into a taxi. Let's get out there quickly. I don't want to pay no insurance costs. That's not a good idea. I told the insurance company I was driving a 1990 Toyota Cressida with no modifications, so let's not get insurance involved. Let's just get away from there quickly. Anyways. I also noticed when I was putting the taillights on earlier, one interesting thing the taillights apparently do on this car is they actually take away the third brake light. Which is also probably illegal. I'm not quite sure what it's like in America. I know in Europe you do have to have a third brake light. So, yeah, that's a bit of a rip on the Toyota. Well, mind you, the Toyota was actually sold in America, unlike the Skyline R34 in this game, which was not sold in America and would be crushed, provided it ended up here. As maybe the 240SX? I'm not sure. Sort of quite how... Oh, God. That's not really what I wanted to do. It is a tournament, though. So I get past the 240. I'll take a second place in this first race. That's fine. That's whatever. We'll take that, sure. A bit of a bollocks one, if you ask me, but there you go. Anyways, next race. Just going to have a bit of a sneeze. There we go. Finally got it out of my system. Right. Alright, so the blue 240SX... Oh, wait, we're in a race full of 240SXs. If we didn't already have it unlocked, I'd say this would be the race we unlock it. But no, this sort of camouflagey painted one is the one that's in the championship lead, so I'll bear that in mind. What is his name, just so I know for future reference? He's the guy at the back at the moment. His name is... Forge. Okay, so Halo Forge is behind us, apparently. Alright, so let's try not to get beaten by Mr. Halo Forge, sir. He might drop a scorpion tank on our head or something. Again, anyways. Alright, so I'm assuming this is just a reverse of a sprint that we did in the last episode, where we basically had to go from the stadium to... I think we started off in the docks. I'm not sure though. Either way, this seems to be a exact reverse of that, which is fine. Let's actually... Oh, fuck off! You dilly twat! Why did you have to turn? Could you not... Jesus Christ, that... Oh God. Okay, he is rolling what? Anyways. Can I cut through construction? I can cut through construction. Yes, you saved me once again. Kinda. Don't spin out of the bottom here. Okay, that was still kind of scary. Oh my God. I can see why that was an issue. Apparently everyone can. We all sort of barreled into that one. Alright. Come on. Move out the way. There we go. Excellent. Right. Back on the mission and ready to ride. Oh God, we're finishing in the reservoir. Oh, not reservoir, sorry. In the sort of sewagey bit, are we? That's fine. I am in the lead. Toyota power. Toyota is better than Nissan. And that's an actual fact. Sorry, Skyline fanboys, but, you know, Toyota is better than Nissan in every single goddamn way. There we go. Power, speed. There we go. Excellent. Alright. We have run that particular race. And our boy Forge... Wait, shit, it wasn't Forge. Which one was it? There's one and two at the front. Either way, next race. Which I believe, unless I finish third in this race, I have won this tournament, provided there's only 3 races. There could be 4. I'm kind of hoping there's only 3, though. So, because that would be better for me. So my nose has started running, which is a bit strange. Alright. Yes, look at me like that, sir, madam. Wow, that animation kind of got a bit delayed there, didn't it? I don't know if you noticed that. She sort of started the race and then no one went, and then all of a sudden everyone went. No one really took notice of her. I don't know, the timing was a bit off on that one. Not really sure what was going on there, but something went down. It's a Montreal screw job, that's what it is. Anyways. Alright, let's go through here. Boost. Boost. Oh my god, okay. We are going to do all of the hang times, apparently. All of them. Literally all of them. And a bit more of a hang time here, although I hit something. So this is a new sprint track, I'm fairly certain. Oh god. Which I am not driving particularly well at. Damn, should have taken that shortcut. Luckily, none of these lots seem to have taken that shortcut, so that's fine. Yeah, I usually prefer taking the shortcut through there, but, you know, it kind of... I was sort of looking at it, and I thought maybe the map was shut off, and then because I thought maybe this particular race actually physically requires you to go through hotel, I didn't actually realise that you might have actually been able not to do that, if you get what I mean, so... Yeah, bit of a weird one there. But it happens. It happens. Yeah, the Supra is a remarkably good car to drive, actually, this one. I have rather enjoyed driving it. It's pretty darn responsive. Maybe not... it's better through the corners than the Acura. I don't think it's quite as quick as the Acura. It's not quite as OP as that car was, but it certainly is not a bad little car to drive, though. It's not quite as insane as the MX-5. It's not quite as light as the MX-5, and I think that actually really helps out this car, not having sort of the mass of that vehicle. Alright, let's use the power and the speed to get down to the final bit. Try not to understeer off into the hollowed section of track there, and there we go. Alright, is that the end? Yep, that is the end of the championship. We win, we get the OZ Vignal, 5 grand in the bank, level 3 engine exhaust, level 3 drivetrain, level 3 tyre packages. Alrighty. So we will actually apply those in the next episode, I think. And speaking of next episode, we have a race simply called Legit to do. So yeah, let's not quit, let's be too legit to quit. And speaking of not quitting, I'll see you in the next episode. God, that was fucking awful. Anyways, friends, I want to thank you all very much for watching. My name's been the Real Emile, and until next time, farewell.